Gabriele and Claudio. We are at Donna Margherita restaurant, and we are working with the Pizza Italian Academy and Accademia Internazionale del Gusto for cooking classes in order to demonstrate one of the recipes that we will show on the courses. Now we here have the homemade gnocchi, and we will explain how we will use those three natural ingredients: potato desiree, farina organica, so it's a flour organic type 1. Type 1 because it's a less refined flour, which is a flour technically that had much more protein and is much more digestible for the human body. We also are going to use the pink Himalayan salt to do this recipe for exactly the same reason. It's an organic salt, not refined, and has a lot of good property in it, a lot of minerals, which helps the detox of our body system. And we use the potato desiree, which is on our advice in this present season the best potato to make gnocchi. Now we start in the process of gnocchi, and Claudio will show how manually we will do, like our mom used to do. In fact, my mom used to make gnocchi once a week at home, and she basically was a very little chef and explained to me different tricks that many people make mistake of. One of the tricks can be basically the choosing of the right size of potatoes. A lot of people mix a different size, and that is a big mistake, because you will always have one potato that will cook first and another one will cook later. What's going to happen? That the one that will cook first will break and will get full of water, and the one that will cook later will be nice and soft with no water inside. Because one of the tricks to make a good gnocchi or even a good panzarotto, which is another thing that we are very proud in Naples, is to make sure that your potato will dry from the whole water inside. And it might be, this sounds an easy thing to do, but literally it's not. In order to do that, you need to give the right amount of time of cooking on the potatoes, which you need to know. Then you need to leave it from the water and straight away, mince the potatoes. That is an operation that needs to happen all straight away. Not to wait that the potato cools down, not to wait potato cools down in the water or off the water. These things, they don't have to happen. The potato needs to be minced while it's still hot. This is one of the tricks and secrets that many people still making mistake on it. So Claudio is mixing up the whole, the whole compost. Normally, what we do is we will put, the way we do in Naples, we will normally weigh 1 kilo potatoes, 1 kilo flour, and we mix 50-50. But once we are using the less refined flour, we will not need to do a 50-50, but we will need to do a 60-40% of hydration between the potatoes and the flour. But even then, that it all depends of the humidity of the potatoes. That's why more water comes out to the potatoes, less flour will potatoes required. So you normally do the weighting, but you always add the potatoes less, slowly. Because sometimes it can take off the 40%, sometimes it can take off 30%, and sometimes we'll take again 50-50. It all depends on the humidity of the potatoes. So when we are now reached the right consistency, and we just leave this lovely piece of flour and potato to rest for about half an hour. So now we going back after half an hour, and Claudio is going to demonstrate how this homemade gnocchi gets done, which is you know, a very nice, simple thing. Okay. Hello, hi. So now Claudio will show how basically we make the homemade gnocchi, which is quite nice to make these little nice rounds. How do we want to kill it? Like snakes, little snakes. And then we do the gnoccatura, we say in Naples, when you get in the gnocco, and basically you get it from the part that you cut, and then you sink in, and you get, you know, the gnocco in this way. That's why it's called gnocco. Actually, I want to show another one. You can do this one. You know, some people does with the hand, like Granny and my mom. Some people use a fork. When you use a fork, you obtain a different shape. But you can use the fork and you get in this kind of shape with this, you know, this. The marks of the fork in it. My mom used to use the finger, and we do it traditionally like the old age. So we now starting after we done the whole preparation, we are going to develop the recipe, and we're going to make a classic gnocchi, which is called the gnocchi sorrentina. That you can change it around in two different versions. And you can do gnocchi sorrentina and serving it as you know, the gnocchi sorrentina is, or you can do gnocchi sorrentina al tegamino and serving it into tegamino style. There are slightly little different. One has some kind of filling, and another one has a different filling. So let's say they have two dishes, same ingredient with two different spirits. Claudio, you can start. We're making the garlic. We start putting the garlic on the fire, and the garlic will stay on the oil for probably a minute. Yeah, so we prepare the sauce for two dishes. So we are putting the right amount of liquid that we need to do this dish. So literally it will take about 2 minutes for gnocchi to come up. We do this operation off the fire because you know, you don't want to put cheese or mozzarella when you're on top of the fire. You always do it after. Basilico. Now this one will go under the salamandra for about 2 minutes in order to get a nice crust on it. And let's say that this is the difference between the two dishes, which they got the same ingredient, but the preparation and the finishing are different. Can we get some fork so we can try this lovely dish? Black pepper with the gnocchi, Sorrentina is like a must, you know, it's very, very born together. And the gnocchi al tegamino, Sorrentina, is ready. And the difference is this one is more natural, this one needs to come with the crust. But they both same ingredients and they both Sorrentina. One Sorrentina al tegamino, one Sorrentina classic. And this is from Claudio e Gabriele at Dora Margherita restaurant in London.